Hey, fifth grade, Mr. Fowler here, just checking in. Just hoping you all are staying safe, staying inside. I really miss you guys, and can't wait to be back in the classroom. There's so much more learning and just, the amount of fun we had together. I really do miss that, and really hope that we can get back to that in a short period of time. Being at home, right, there's a lot to learn, and I think that one of the best ways that you can stay active is to really, do some workouts at home. You don't need much. You don't need many materials. You don't need much equipment. All you need is yourself. And that's exactly what I'm going to show you today. I'm going to show you 2 exercises that you can do at home, not only by yourself, but with maybe your brother or your sister or somebody, at home. So the 2 exercises I'm going to show you is a proper sit-up and a proper push-up. And we'll go from there. All right, so the first exercise we're gonna do is a proper sit-up, right? And the best thing about this is you can do this on your own, or you can do this with somebody else in your family. So what you wanna do is you wanna have your feet on the ground, back on the ground. You wanna have your knees bent, arms crossed. What you wanna do is you wanna bring your whole body up to your knee, touch your knee, come back down. It's very important that your legs stay bent and your feet stay on the ground. Again, arms crossed, touching your shoulder, bring yourself all the way up to the top and all the way down to the bottom. Again, touching your back to the floor. Okay? This here is going to test your core strength as well as your stamina. And the best part I've said about this is you can do this by yourself or you can do this with somebody else. Now, just like all of you, I have a sibling as well. So what my sister's gonna do is she's gonna come in and she's gonna come step on my feet. By doing that, she's making sure that my feet are staying still and they're staying on the ground. Again, arms crossed, knees bent, back on the ground, all the way up, all the way down. Again, when you come down, touching your head on the ground very softly. You don't want to hit your head on the ground, but touch your head on the ground. Come all the way up, all the way down. And just like I said, this is not only your core strength, but your stamina as well to see how many you can do. And the best part is, you can turn this into a competition. Right? See how many you can do, or see how many maybe your big brother or your little sister can do. All right? It's all about the little things that you can do in your house to stay busy. Last but not least, thank you, Madison, for helping me out today. You always want to say thank you for those of you who helped you. All right, 5th grade. Now that we've done a little core strength, a little stamina, now we're going to get into the muscular part of this. All right, so what I'm going to show you is I'm going to show you how to properly do a push-up. Okay, a lot of you think, oh, I can do 100 push-ups. But doing the right way is really where you're going to get those gains and you're going to get that outcome from. So I'm going to show you how to properly do a push-up. You can start on your knees and bring your hands shoulder width apart. Just about shoulder width apart. So if you look at my hands and my shoulders, they're about shoulder width apart. Bring them over here. Once I'm on my knees, I got my hands ready. I kick my feet out and I stand on my toes. And now I'm ready. I'm in the ready position. My back is straight, my head is up. I'm gonna come all the way to the ground and all the way up. Again, keep it in mind, my head is up, my back is straight. Come all the way down, all the way up. And when you're coming out, you wanna breathe out. You wanna push all your body up. Breathe in, breathe out. All right? Now, if you think, oh, that's too easy, a push-up's too easy, you can make it harder. If you think it's too difficult, you can make it easy. I'm going to show you how to make it harder, okay? If you put your hands in a diamond shape, diamond-looking shape, same rules apply. Knees, kick your legs up, all the way down, all the way up. If you do a diamond push-up, that's a lot harder. Now, to make it easier on yourself, if you find that a push-up the correct way is too difficult, you can make it easier. You can take your arms, you can go shoulder width apart, knees. Only this time, you're not gonna kick your legs out. You're gonna pick them up and you're gonna cross your legs. So once again, legs come up and cross. Now, same rules apply. All the way down, all the way up. Okay, keeping in mind, I wanna keep my back straight, head up, all the way down, all the way up. Those are just some different ways to think about push-ups. I just gave you 3, right? Shoulder length, diamond, shoulder length with your knees up, legs crossed. All right? Those are just 2 very, very simple workouts that you could do it by yourself, you could do with a brother, or like me, I did it with my sister. So now we've learned 2 exercises. Now I'm gonna send it over to Miss Platt for some skills that maybe you could do in your household, helping out mom, helping out brother and sister, really just making things in your household go a lot easier. We get it, you know, being around everybody for so long, it can be tough. I struggle with it too. But really doing these simple things, working out, playing games, and what Miss Platt is about to show you can really help the time go pass by, and you can learn a whole lot more. All right? So I'm signing off. Bye-bye. 5th grade friends, I miss you guys and can't wait to see you. Stay safe, stay inside, and Miss Platt, take it from here.
Hey 5th grade, Miss Platt here. Just wanted to check in, see how everybody's doing. I know around here I've been pretty bored, but hanging in there. First off, I wanted to say I hope everybody's healthy. Everybody's following the rules and spending a lot of time with family because, you know, that's what I've been doing. So, you know, while you've been home, I know everybody's doing their packets, you know, logging on to Schoology, doing what they're supposed to be doing. But Mr. Fowler and I wanted to touch base with you guys and give you guys a few things that you guys can do around the house, you know. Mr. Fowler did that workout video, but today I'm going to show you guys how to load a dishwasher correctly to make sure all your dishes get clean. And then if you guys don't have a dishwasher, I'll do a segment on how to wash like each kind of dish, you know, by hand, so stay tuned. Alright guys, so here's what my dishwasher looks like. It's a 2-rack. The top and then the bottom. Usually you guys will have some kind of like holder for your utensils. So I'm going to show you guys where to put things on each rack, you know, to make sure it gets all clean. Alright guys, so first up, we have our utensils, right? So my holder is detachable from my dishwasher. So what I like to do is I separate the utensils based on what kind they are. So like I put all my plastic utensils together in one spot. And then I will take all my knives and put them together in a different spot. And then all my forks go together in a different spot. And then my bigger spoons, like my serving spoons, go in the biggest spot. So that way they have the most room to get clean. And I'll usually take time to spread them out so that way the surface gets clean more. And then my spoons will go in a different spot. So the reason I like to separate them is so that way when I go to empty the dishwasher, they're already separated into groups. So I can just pull my handful out of forks and put it in my drawer. So now that we did the utensils, the next thing we're going to talk about is cups, okay? So here I have some glass cups. I like to put my glass cups on top because the top rack is where I put all my glasses and my cups. Here's my last glass to put up. And then the next thing that you want to put on the top rack is any kind of plasticware. So I have some Tupperware that's plastic. I'll put on the top rack so that way it gets clean. Also, when you put Tupperware up top, it stays at the same temperature that it won't melt. So if you put Tupperware on the bottom and it's plastic, there's a chance that it will melt. And when you load the Tupperware into the dishwasher, you want to put things face down, okay? If you put them face up, it'll just fill with water and hold all the dirt inside of it. So if you put it face down, it'll get cleaned out. Another thing I put up top is measuring cups because this is plastic too. and it's not glass, so there's a chance that the heat might mess up the shape. I put all my mugs up top. And then I have some like larger serving stuff, so like my spatula and my wooden spoon. Again, I put those up top too. And now I push the top rack in and I work on the bottom. So the bottom is where I like to put all my plates, because the bottom rack actually has a plate holder. So I'll just put my plates in the plate holder. And if you come across the plate that, you know, is pretty dirty and that food is on it, like this plate, I think we used it for pizza or something, and you can see like the sauce is on it. What I like to do is I like to rinse it off first with hot water. So that way we know that it'll do its best to get clean when it's going through the dishwasher. All right, so I have my plates loaded up in. Now I do have a pot to put in, like a little frying pan. This also goes on the bottom, and I put it towards the back so it takes up less room. And then the last thing I have to put in are my bowls. So my bowls are plastic. So again, we want to put those on the top rack so they don't get melted. And also, just like with the Tupperware, I want to put my bowls in face down, so that way they don't get filled up with water. And the same thing with the cups. Your cups should be facing down so they don't get filled in with water. All right, and then my bowl. Get my last couple plates in. All right, and then let me show you what it looks like. All right, guys, so this is what my dishwasher will look like when I finish loading it up. I have my bowls, my mugs, my Tupperware, my glasses, and then on the bottom here, I put my frying pan in the back, all my silverware, and then my plates up here. These little grids here, this is how you can put the plates in to hold your plates up and down. And yeah, so obviously I wouldn't run this yet because it's not full. But once I completely fill it up, or for the most part fill it up, I'll run it, and I can show you how to do that. So here on the door, it says main wash. I have a little dishwasher packet I put in here, and I close it up, and then I shut the door. And everybody's is gonna look different, and you can just ask whoever's at home with you on how to actually start it. But mine, I just turn all the way to normal wash, and I won't do it because obviously I don't want to run it yet. It's not filled. So I turn it to normal wash, and you can hear it click on, okay? All right, guys, so I know some of you may not have a dishwasher, so we can just wash our dishes by hand. So the first thing you're gonna need is a rag, a clean rag, and some dish detergent. So you're gonna start by, soaking your dish rag. We're gonna use warm water, not hot, not cold, but somewhere like a little bit warm. We're gonna soak it up. And put some dish detergent on your rag and mix that around in there. And the next thing you're gonna do is you're gonna take the dishes that you have that you need to wash. Okay, you're gonna rinse them off. Get any of the excess food off. Okay, and you're gonna take that dish rag that you just soaked with soap, and you're gonna wash it and scrub it. You really wanna focus on the parts that you're eating off of, but that also means that you can't forget about the bottom. So I flip it over, I scrub it all up. So then it's gonna have a bunch of soap scum on it, right? So then I need to rinse that off. Make sure you rinse it really good and get all the soap off. Okay, so then I have a nice clean plate. I put it in my drying rack. Now if you don't have a drying rack to put it on, you can take a hand towel and dry it. But for me, I have a drying rack, so I just put it there. And the next thing we need to wash is a cup. So some of you may have something you can stick in a cup to clean the inside out, but I don't. So I'm just going to use the rag that I used before. So it still has the soap in it. I'm going to stick it in this cup. I'm going to twist it around. I can move the rag a little bit to get all the way into the bottom of the cup. Make sure you get the soap all the way around in the cup. And then you're going to fill the cup up with water. And this is what I like to do to make sure the soap gets all around. I just swish around the water in there that has the soap in it. And you empty it out. And rinse it out. What I like to do to make sure that I got all the soap out is I fill the cup up with water. And if there's no soap left in the water, right, it looks just like a clean drinking glass of water. I know the soap is all out. And I put that in the drying rack. Now with silverware, you can take the same rag with the soap and make sure you just scrub the part that you eat with really good. And scrub the handle. And you can rinse it off. And you'll put that in your drying rack. And then, last but not least, we have a bowl. So again, the same rag that has the soap in it. You're gonna scrub it nice and good on the inside. Get it filled with soap. And you're gonna take it to the outside too. And then you're gonna rinse it all out. So I got all the soap off my bowl and put it in the drying rack. So that's pretty much it, you know? I mean, you guys can do your dishes at home without anybody needing to tell you, you know, or like anybody's help. So that would be a good way to help out around the house. If you see some dishes that need to be put in the dishwasher or see some dishes that need to be hand washed, go ahead and do it, you know? Keep you guys busy. So I just wanted to say, you know, I miss you guys, and I hope everybody's doing well. Hopefully we get to keep making videos for you guys until we get to see you again. So hang in there. Miss Pled out.